You look good. You look like you're ready to play.
What do you say, Dan?
Could you play right now?
Oh yeah, I'm a little heavier than I was, but I could get through a game. Now I may need a wheelchair the next morning, but oh yeah, I can still play a little bit.
Okay. Did you need to announce, did you retire twice?
No, well, yeah, I don't know, maybe yeah. Um, the reason there was a little bit of a wait is I honestly wasn't. There were a couple November, December's there in 2021, 2022, where I was staying ready. I threw on shoulder pads a few times and a helmet and was throwing in the yard and working just in case. And there were a few things that kind of got close. But then the last 2 years is pretty much I've known I've been done. It really just timed. I wanted to retire a Charger and do it right with the Chargers over 16 years. Gates coming up with the Hall of Fame, one of my favorite all-time teammates and locker mate, side by side for 16 years. I was doing some stuff, some video stuff for him, and I was like, "Hey guys, when are we going to do this? I want to retire a Charger. Should we do something on video?" And it just all worked out.
What team or teams called you?
Uh, I knew you were going there. I guess I teed you up for that one, Dan.
You can
Um,
say it now.
No, I know it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, I think, it was the year that the 49ers had the injuries at quarterback, and before early on, before Purdy really got going, it was there was still probably 6 weeks left in the year, and it was so there was a little interaction I had there with John Lynch. Certainly kept in contact with the Colts that first year or so out. When the Saints had the injuries, I think they called Drew and I both. I remember being on a phone call with Drew, and it was over Christmas, and it was like the first Christmas I'd been off and not playing, and I was like, I can't believe I'm even considering this. But Drew and I ended up talking about, hey, were you serious? And he was asking me if I was serious, and I was like, it sounds good, it sounds good in theory, but then it's like, man, I felt like the later the season went, I was going to become a guest quarterback, and to me, that just was what ultimately the teams didn't want me. It didn't get that far to where it was in my control, but I didn't want to be a guest quarterback. You wanted to at least have some camaraderie and some sense of, man, I've been on this journey with you guys at least for half a season. But when it got to the playoffs, it's like, man, you're going to go and play one game, and you're either the hero to help them win, or you came in and cost them a playoff game. So it just didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, you could have been a Joe Flacco.
Yeah, yeah. Which shoot, I thought it was awesome. I loved watching Joe and pulling for Joe when he was in that situation.